Hey y'all, welcome back to Literally Her Podcast. I'm your host, Ayan Mariah, and we are back here with another Big Yarn production, boo. Ain't never played no games, never have, never will. But we actually here with a solo episode for y'all that know, that been here a couple times before. Welcome back. For the ones that's new, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome in, take a seat, because we getting right into it today. I decided that, I was going to break up with the fantasies that I have been just carrying with me. Because, sometimes I think we go about life and we all have a certain expectation on certain things, because I know I do, have a certain expectation on how I thought things were going to happen, how I thought things were going to play out, how I used to think in the past. And, once the blue move, every 365 days or maybe even a less, it comes around and we decide that, hey, I actually don't want to live like this no more, or maybe this thought process of mine can be reflected. It could be changed. So with this being said, hey y'all, today's episode is simple. We're talking about the quiet fantasies that we carry on to the next versions of ourselves, or just the ones that we don't even say out loud, but we still kind of live by. This isn't about shaming yourself, honestly. I'm over here talking about my little breakup fantasies. Y'all should definitely be at home journaling and doing the same. If not, baby, I don't know why y'all be hating journaling so bad. We're going to get right into it. And the first thing we're going to actually do, speaking of journaling, is give you guys a little reflection that you guys can journal with or ask yourself throughout this video, because I had to do the same for me. The first thing that I want you guys to really think about is, what is one quiet fantasy that you've been holding on to about healing, love, timing, or self-worth? Just something that you need to break up with in general, because, we got to release things for us to be the best versions of ourselves, yada, yada, yada. So I can't say, I think the first fantasy that I had to break up with was just thinking that, like, healing guarantees results. I don't know who told me those went hand in hand, but I really believe that the more I heal, like, the faster life will show up for me. Like, if I prayed enough, if I journaled enough, if I forgave enough, then God would give me whatever I needed. And it would come a lot faster because I done did the work. And it don't always work like that. Don't get love and clarity or success mixed up with just you doing the inner work. Healing isn't transactional. It isn't something that, like, just because I do the work or just because I decide, like, hey, I'll do this, that means I'm going to get this right after. You don't get love, clarity, blessings, success just because you did the work or you did inner work. And that's not how it works. And that's not how I thought it works. But healing doesn't guarantee timing. It doesn't guarantee a blessing. It doesn't guarantee the blessing is even going to come out exactly how you want it to. It just prepares you to handle things when they come into play, and so that way when you do get it, you don't mishandle them. The second fantasy that I had to break up with for myself was just thinking that being good means that I should be treated well. As much as I know I'm a good person and people tell me that, like, I think that's the number one compliment that I get a lot. Is that, like, you're a good person, you're so nice, you're so kind. Like, I like those type of compliments more than, like, you're a bad bitch. Like, yeah, I am. But, like, saying that you're, like, the nicest one in the class, that's a better compliment. Now, thinking that being a good person or thinking that people knowing that I'm a good person means that they need to treat me well, or trusting everybody to treat me well because I am a good person. I thought, no, you only gonna treat somebody bad, that's a bad person. But in reality, I used to think, like, if I was soft and I was kind, if I was a good person, people would treat me well. But in reality, like, people will run over you just because that is who you are. But one thing I had to learn is that people treat you based off of their own needs, not always based on your heart or the type of person that you are or what you have done for them. Being good doesn't, like, protect you from harm. People can get very self-centered because they're getting something that they want. You get what I'm saying? Like, whatever you're doing is benefiting them. So it's like, I would rather not give that away no matter what it looks like or what it's going to look like for them. So everybody isn't going to treat you well just because you're a nice person. You have to hold yourself accountable. You still have to advocate for yourself because people will see that you're a nice person. And baby, they'll give you hell just because of that. And that's not on purpose, but people like do what benefits them, and sometimes that isn't at the sake of someone else's heart or their feelings. The third fantasy that I had to break up with was, y'all better be at home trying to figure this out for yourself, because I ain't about to be out here just telling my tea. I am, but I mean, back to what I was saying. So choosing myself, I honestly say, and I know y'all probably so tired of me hearing about choosing yourself, but I swear after season 2, I'm gonna try to wrap it up. But I feel like choosing yourself is so crucial, and it's something that I learned a lot more this season, you know? And I thought, like, once I choose myself and once I set that boundary, that it will get a lot easier to just master lessons. And that also plays into the part of me also thinking, okay, I mastered this lesson. Where's my reward? And a reward always came, but sometimes it wasn't the reward that I was looking for. So, sorry, back to what we were saying. Fantasy number 3. I would feel like, I chose myself, I did the work, and I just felt like choosing yourself is just something that you do. You choose yourself one thing at a time, but you really choose yourself every day. And not just yourself, it's like you over everything else, like literally. No matter if it's like the food you're going to eat, whether it's healthy or bad for you, whether you're going to like go exercise or you're just going to go home, whether you're going to take this, like do this work or not, like whether you're going to mess with that man or not, mess with that girl or not, like every single thing is you choosing yourself over something else. Like you are just, you choosing all day. You just a person that has to make decisions, and a test is giving every single time you're making the decision, whether it's about how you go about your day, how you go about a situation. And sometimes I think our heart is a lot more louder than our logic. Sometimes it's a lot more in our face than the clearest option and the answer to do. And that doesn't make you weak, but it just means that you're still learning. So healing and choosing yourself is not a process that's just going to end. You can choose yourself in one season. You can choose yourself in a certain, say like, hey, yeah, I mastered this. And another situation can come around and it's not the same thing that you've experienced, but it is something close. It is something that you've dealt with before, or kind of in a way. And sometimes we don't even see that it's the same until we really look back. Like I said, that doesn't make you weak, but it does mean that you're still learning, and that's okay. So healing and choosing yourself is a never-ending process, and it doesn't get easier. I think it only gets harder, because you can choose yourself and learn one lesson, and the lesson has 5-6 different breakdown or branches that comes off of it for you to learn. Or you choose yourself with different things that you put in front of yourself. But it's just like, we all stand on business, and sometimes it's a little bit harder to stand on business with certain things. And that's why I said it comes back down to choosing yourself. Are you able to choose yourself over your feelings? Are you able to choose like the overall, you're something that's going to be choosing yourself, going to be benefiting you over something that's not going to benefit you? So, like I said, it doesn't make you weak, but it does mean that you're still healing. Healing is a process, it's linear, it's something that's going to change forever. You just have to give yourself grace. Last but not least, the fourth fantasy that I think I had to break up with was just coming to the realization of that, like, thinking I'd be farther by now. And I'm not going to lie. When I say this, I'm talking about my younger self. I used to think that, and I think we all did, we thought 21 looked very different. We thought 25 looked very different. 19 looked very different. In reality, I imagined 21 to look a lot more polished. I thought that I'd be further along in my process and in my peace and in my knowing, but this version of me that I am, it's real. She's real. She's her. And I stayed consistent. I followed through. I showed up. I built a brand from scratch. I did so much that I didn't think I was going to be able to do. I did so much that I accomplished in the year. And I just can't believe that I finished something. I poured everything I needed to into literally her. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of what I did. And I think where I'm at right now is exactly where I'm supposed to be at. And honestly, I think I'm very proud of all the work that I have been doing. I definitely thought this version of myself in 21, with my birthday coming up, count out to the Sagittariuses, period. I'm really on the cusp So shout out to the Capricorns too, because I don't know really which one I am, but but I have to say that I'm Sagittarius, gang. So don't be trying to clock my tea though. I just feel like as far of everything that I've done, I'm very proud of myself. And even though I thought it was going to look different, I think this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. I've accomplished so much. I've done so much. And I really just had to break up with the fact of thinking that like life was supposed to be very polished. It was supposed to look different. I was supposed to have it all done, because I think for my age and what I'm doing in society right now, baby, I'm on the money. Like, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be at. So no timeline or, or Instagram post or what nobody else think could ever make me ever think that I'm not where I'm supposed to be at, babe. But that's neither here or there. I love y'all to death. I'm not gonna lie, this was a short episode, but y'all know what to do. Thank y'all for supporting LHP and just being here with me for the journey. I love y'all. I can't wait for us to get so big. We gonna have like a good, fun life together, I just love this. I love this for us. But but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I definitely want you guys to ask yourself some questions like this though, because like I said, that's the first step of doing that work by yourself. I'm not coming up here just to tell my business. A little bit, yeah, because like I'm the only child. I need somebody to tell this to. But also for you guys to like take this and go run with it. And if not, at least I'm planting a seed for y'all. So thank y'all for watching this episode. Love y'all down. Kisses on both cheeks. And thank y'all for coming to watch. Follow Literally Her Podcast on Instagram and all platforms, TikTok, Apple Podcast, Spotify, all podcasting platforms that you want to listen to the girl at. Thank you very much. But yeah, thank you for coming on this episode, and I hope you guys have a great day on purpose. Thank you.